I'm on a new diet. Feels good, man. I'm on that new diet. You know that new diet where you can eat steak with butter on it? You can eat burgers, and you can have fries, ice cream, cake, and donuts, and you just get fat like a pig, and you keep eating anyway. You feel shitty. You eat more, you jerk off, and go to sleep. That's my new diet. It's a very popular diet. You're on that too? Yeah, it's very popular. It's got a name. It's called Just Fucking Eat It. You're gonna eat it, you fat shit. Eat it. That's what it's called. And I get away with it. I can eat whatever and I just get fat. It's no problem for me. It doesn't matter what I eat. I just gain weight. It's so easy. I'm lucky. Man, it's brutal. I hate it. You know when you know you're going to eat something that's going to make you feel like shitty and you eat it anyway? That's the worst thing. I do it all the time. Like, I go and I'm like, I got to have some donuts, you know? Shit. I go to the donut place, just give me some donuts. Yeah, 12. What do you think? What the fuck is that supposed to... Yeah, 12. And after 2, I'm like, this sucks, but I just keep forcing them and I just feel like shit. And I can't not do it. You know, and I have friends who like I have a friend who's married and he can't stop fucking around. Like, it's impossible for him. He's like, I had to fuck this girl. I had to fuck her. I met her, so I had to fuck her. But he can't stop himself. I have no problem being with one woman. I'm married, but I can't not eat all the donuts on the planet Earth because it's different. You know, for sex, there's masturbating. For food, there's nothing like that. You know? I can't watch the Food Network and oh, yeah, look good, yeah, cook that shit, bitch, come on, yeah, cook it. Doesn't do me a lot of good. I don't know, I don't like to do anything where my ass is involved in any way. Just my ass, that's my jurisdiction, is my ass. My ass is a very important part of my life. It can fuck up, like, weeks, you know? Like, I was staying in a hotel and the soap was really nasty, and I had an itchy asshole for, like, a week, and I could have won $1 million. I still would have been going, fuck my asshole! It itches! I wanted to, like, eat bad food so I would, like, fart to scratch it. That's how itchy it was. Oh. Yeah. One time I had sex with this woman who scared the shit out of me. It was the most traumatic night of my life. I was 18 and I met a woman who was about 25. She was a nymphomaniac, a true nymphomaniac, which is something that guys think they want, a woman that's gonna fuck you all night long, till you find out that, yes, she's going to fuck you all night long. Just think about it for a second. Oh man, it was brutal. She was crazy. She was like, come on, fuck me, come on, fuck me. And I'm like, wait, all right, I think I am. I don't even, no, oh, just a second. And I'm young, so I'm trying like, yeah, I'm fucking you. Ooh, ow, hey, Jesus, stop. Finally, I was like, I don't want to fuck you anymore. I'm sorry that I fucked you and I don't want to fuck you anymore. I want to go home. But she wouldn't stop. She was like backing herself into me really hard. She's going like, bang, bang, bang. And it really fucking hurt a lot, you know? So I had to say something to her. But what do you say, really, in that situation? What's the appropriate... You know what I said? I said, hey, take it easy there. It's the most polite thing I could think of. I didn't want to say, hey, don't back your snatch into me so hard. You're gonna rip my dick off, you fucking lunatic. I thought that would hurt her feelings. Anyway, you guys have been really great. Thanks a lot. I hope you had a good time. Good night. Thanks. So I was listening to the radio on the way here. I was listening to one of those classic hit stations. And they had that song. It's one of those 70s protest songs that really sucked. You know those protest songs that they ran out of shit to protest, so they just came up with something? This song was that guy that goes, sign, sign, everywhere, sign. You know that song? The guy's like, he gets all mad at signs. Like, oh, signs, they're fucked up, it's bullshit. Blocking the scenery, breaking my mind. Do this, don't do that. There's nothing wrong with signs. There's signs that say don't go to that dangerous place. Those are good signs. Stop signs are a really good idea. He's like, yeah, signs suck, man. It's bullshit. Can't you read the sign? Then there's this one part of the song where he says that he went to a job interview, and it said, he goes, and the sign said, long-haired freaky people need not apply. All right, first of all, no, it didn't. You're a liar. No sign ever said that ever. And you're trying to get people angry at something you made up. And that's fucking stupid. Yeah. I went to a Walmart the other day. You guys have a Walmart here, don't you? Who doesn't? We are all in Walmart right now, I think. That place is huge and fucking horrible. I can never finish shopping there. I just get tired and I go home. I just leave my cart full of shit in the middle of the store because I can't get through it. It's like a casino. There's no clocks and no windows and just fucking constant.
Remember, we have houses you can have by a house. They're in aisle 2. You can buy a giant thing for 10 cents.
It's just so fucking evil. And there's people working there all depressed because Walmart closed whatever store they owned. Now they have this shitty fucking apron on and they hate you because you shop there. And they sell everything. It's ridiculous. I like going there and asking them for stuff in combinations that kind of freak them out because you can get everything there, you know. I like to go to Walmart like, hi, I need a jar of mayonnaise and a stopwatch and a Bible. I'd like some road flares and a pair of pink panties. Quickly, come on, hurry up. I need them right now. Case of motor oil and a blonde wig. That's what I need. And a glass eye. Come on, hurry up.
I live in New York City, and it's okay there. I live in a nice building. I never lived in a nice place before. When I was growing up, I had no money. I mean, my mom didn't. Didn't matter. I was a child. But I'm not used to it because it's nice. There's like a pretty courtyard with flowers and a fountain with little marble boys pissing. I don't know. What is it with fountains? Like, all fountain sculptors are pedophiles, basically. You can't get a fountain made without... Can you make me a fountain? Yes, I'll get started right away. Oh, yes! Yes! It's finished! And it's just little boys pissing on the face of a Greek god that looks like him a lot. It's piss on me forever! Anyway, there's one of those in the courtyard of my building. And my first week in the building about a year ago, I went down to the courtyard for the first time. And I didn't look too good, you know? It was a Sunday morning. That's my least presentable hour. There's a lot of, you know, just stains, just like, you know, food and me and whatever. And so I'm sitting there. So, shut up. Oh. Anyway, but so there I was. I'm sitting on the stone bench of this courtyard and feeling a little out of place. You know, there's these fancy doormen and stuff. And then there's this guy looking at me. I notice he's looking at me from across the courtyard. And he's all spiffy looking. He's got brown shoes and he's looking at me like, I could tell he was thinking I don't live in the building. He thinks I just wandered in off the street and sat in the courtyard. I could tell he's thinking of coming over and dealing with me on his own. And I'm sitting there thinking like, oh, please do that. Yes, please, come on. And I'm trying to look even more gross. And I'm like pulling up my shirt. And then I see him go, oh, no, that's not gonna do at all. And he comes over to me. And I'm like, I'm so excited to have this thing. The confrontation where I'm not wrong at all. And he thinks I am. So he comes over, says, excuse me, do you live in this building? And I said, no. Because why not start there? I said, no, He goes, well, then what are you doing here? And I said, I just need to rest. I'm having a hard time. He says, this is private property. And I said, well, I don't really believe in that. You know, just the worst things I could say from his point of view is basically all the things I was saying. And he goes, well, if you don't leave, I'm gonna talk to the doorman. I was like, can I just stay like 5 more hours? So he's, no, and he goes over to the doorman, and I see him talking about me to the doorman like this. And then I see the doorman going, oh no, that guy lives here. That's okay. And the look on his face, it was just so, it was this beautiful cocktail of anger and confusion. It's like I had invented a new way to hurt somebody's feelings. That's how excited I was. I like getting older though, because for me, the kind of guy I am, getting older makes my life better. You know, like my sex life, way better at 45. Because of the kind of, look, because this situation is okay at 45. This is not a fun kind of a 17-year-old to be. And some people, their life is better when they're younger. You know, young dudes, young skinny dudes. Best life in the world is being a young skinny dude. They don't have to do anything. They just show up with a big Adam's apple and a smelly t-shirt. Hey, I'm here for the easy pussy for the rest of my life. So where do I, oh, everywhere? Okay, cool. But for guys like me, this is not a fun youth. It gets better. I'd like to make one of those it gets better ads for just dumpy young guys. We could use a little help, a little encouragement, just somebody on TV. Listen, man, I know it's tough right now. You're vaguely heavy with no face. You have zero value on the sexual marketplace. You feel invisible to the girls in school because you are. But it gets better because you all grow up and you pretty much look just like this your whole life. And they don't. Their options start running out really fast, and you're gonna be there. As long as you stay relatively employed and washed, you're gonna be amazing. In your 40s, you're gonna be the branch that she can grab before she hits the ground. It's gonna be so great. It just takes time for her circumstances to match your looks, but it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. When real shit matters, you're gonna be the sexiest motherfucker in the world. It's just time, that's all it takes. There's a formula to this. It's pussy plus time over income squared. I'll give you an example. Okay, like of course, children who have nut allergies need to be protected. Of course. We have to segregate their food from nuts, have their medication available at all times, and anybody who manufactures or serves food needs to be aware of deadly nut allergies. Of course. But maybe, if touching a nut kills you, you're supposed to die. Of course not. Of course not. Of course not. Jesus. I have a nephew who has that. I'd be devastated if something happened to him. But maybe, if we all just do this for 1 year, we're done with nut allergies forever. No, of course not. Of course, if you're fighting for your country and you get shot or hurt, it's a terrible tragedy. Of course. Of course. But maybe if you pick up a gun and go to another country and you get shot, it's not that weird. Maybe if you get shot by the dude you were just shooting at, it's a tiny bit your fault. Of course, slavery is the worst thing that ever happened. Listen, you all clapped for dead kids with the nuts. For kids dying from nuts, you applauded. So you're in this with me now, do you understand? You don't get to cherry pick. Those kids did nothing to you. Of course, slavery is the worst thing that ever happened. Of course it is. Every time it's happened. Black people in America, Jews in Egypt, every time a whole race of people has been enslaved, it's a terrible, horrible thing. Of course. But maybe every incredible human achievement in history was done with slaves. Every single thing where you go, how did they build those pyramids? They just threw human death and suffering at them until they were finished. How did we traverse the nation with a railroad so quickly? We just threw Chinese people in caves and blew them up and didn't give a shit what happened to them. There's no end to what you can do when you don't give a fuck about particular people. You can do anything. That's where human greatness comes from, is that we're shitty people, that we fuck others over. Even today, how do we have this amazing microtechnology? Because the factory where they're making these, they jump off the fucking roof because it's a nightmare in there. You really have a choice. You can have candles and horses and be a little kinder to each other, or let someone suffer immeasurably far away just so you can leave a mean comment on YouTube while you're taking a shit. Must be awful to be other kinds of stuff. You know, I'm glad I'm this. This is a pretty good deal when you consider the alternatives. Anything else, any other kind of thing, you're in the food chain. You're in the food. We are out of the food chain. I don't know if we fully appreciate the fact that we got out of the food chain. That is a massive upgrade. Because for every other living thing, life ends by being eaten. That's how all life ends, is every single life except human life. Every life ends like this. Ah! 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 We're the only ones that get to just die old in a bed. Just, I love you. Bye. I mean, imagine if we were still in the food chain on top of everything else. Imagine if we were in the food chain. It would just be another thing you gotta deal with. You're already having a bad day. You wake up in the morning, you're making breakfast, you burn your toast, and it's too late to try again. And your kid comes in and says, "Bleh," and you're like, fine. And it's just, why? You get a thing in the mail that says that your phone's different and your mortgage is another company now. What? I don't get it. Then you're walking to work like, why do I even bother? Oh shit, God damn it. There's always fucking cheetahs at the train station. Stop it. Do you think that sharks would be embarrassed if they knew that we could all see their fins sticking out of the top of the water? I think they'd be bummed, because I don't think sharks are aware of that at all. I think sharks think they're slick. They swim around like, hey, nobody has any idea who's down here. And we're all up here like, there's totally a shark right there. It wouldn't be fun being a predator either. If you're a predator, imagine if every time you're hungry, you gotta chase a guy who's running for his life. You gotta, come on, dude, shit, get over here. And just hold him down and bite his neck till he shuts the fuck up for a minute. So you can just sit there and eat his stomach before you go to work. That would really suck. That's why animals just, they go, let's do this together, man. You chase the parents away, I'm gonna eat the kid, and you circle back. That's why they do it like that. Fuck it, I'm eating babies. This is bullshit. Grown-ups ain't worth a meat. Whoops. All right. Oh, shit. God damn it. Idiot. This isn't a gay voice, by the way. It's not. Shut up. Yeah. I never had a period in my life where I was like really going hog wild with the babes. It was late for me when I started having sex. I was 18 before anything happened to me. My girlfriend gave me a hand job. First thing that happened to me sexually ever. And I mean, it was awesome. It was great. Because nobody had ever touched my dick. Nobody in the world had touched my dick. My dick had touched a lot of things. Because that's what you do when you're a young boy. You touch your dick to many surfaces around the world. Just fucking looking for anything that feels good enough that you don't have to talk to a girl. That's the whole... But finally, I got this girlfriend, and we're making out, and she reached out, and she put her hand around my dick, and I fucking lost it. First of all, I came immediately, and also I started farting as I came. And... No, I started farting. It wasn't just... It was throughout, and she's laughing. Ha, 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 ha. That's how my sex life started, okay? That's how it started. Fucking shame and depression. Before that, it was just me masturbating copiously, happily. I loved it. When I discovered masturbation, I was so happy. I loved it. Everybody loves it. Nobody's, oh, this fucking sucks. It's pretty universally liked. But, I remember when I first started, and I thought I was the only one doing it. And then I told my friend Jeff, and he was doing it too. So we started, that's his real name too, it's kind of fucked up that I'm saying his name. But anyway, we were comparing notes about how we masturbated. And I did it, I was 11, so I was going like this, which I actually did it like this for a long time, because nobody teaches you how to jerk off. So even once my dick grew, I kept doing it like this. And then I saw a movie where somebody went like that, and I was like, oh, fuck the whole hand. That is genius. Awesome. Easily one of the best fucking things I ever discovered. I still sometimes, this is awesome. So smart. So smart to use the whole hand. Awesome. To this day, and I'm like, fucking, whoever fucking, yeah, awesome. But anyway, Jeff did it totally differently. Jeff didn't, we would lie on his stomach. He would lay on his stomach and press his dick into his palm really hard, and he enjoyed the pressure. And some kids do it like that. I looked it up online. By the way, it fucks your dick up, so don't do it. Don't do it. It does fuck your dick up. But he didn't know, so he was pushing his dick into his palm. And I think sometimes he would put a book behind his hand, like he just liked the pressure. And he couldn't get enough pressure. So he said to me, maybe if I sat on his ass while he did this, it would be better. So I did. I sat on his ass. And I remember that moment, I'm sitting on Jeff's ass while he jerked himself off, and I remember thinking to myself, is this gay that I'm doing this? Or am I just a really good friend? Maybe I'm just a good friend. It's weird to think now that I fucking sat on an 11-year-old boy's ass while he masturbated. I mean, I was 11, so it was cool. Now I'd get fucking crucified for that shit. I didn't know what I had, boy. All right, easy. Easy. Actually, the one guy I would blow, based on who he is Ewan McGregor. There is this one guy out there. I gotta say that I have no gay inclinations except for I met this fucking dude in person. I was working on some awards show and there he's standing right there and I was like, fuck! Like I was just blown away. Like, Jesus Christ, he's fucking beautiful. And he looked at me and he was like, hello. And I was like, I fucking shivered. Like I started shivering. It's like, fuck! It's fucking gorgeous. And like a week later, I was like staring off into space somewhere and I realized, fuck, I was just daydreaming about Ewan McGregor. Like seriously, I'm not gay in any other way except for I want to fuck that guy right in the face. I totally want to fuck his face. I want to fuck the shit out of his face. I want him to fuck me. I do. I want him to fuck me. I don't really have a shot with him, I think, because I just don't rate movie stars. I'm not really... Thanks for getting through the traffic. I drove here, and on the way here, I saw a bumper sticker on a car, and it said, tell your girlfriend I said thanks. Isn't that a little personal for a bumper sticker, really? A bumper sticker should be like, hey, I'm in front of you, whatever, you know. Not, hey, I fucked your girlfriend. You want that on your car all day for whoever's behind you? Tell your girlfriend I said thanks. How does he know I'm not behind him just getting mad and crazy, taking it personal, motherfucker? I follow him home. I get out of my car in his driveway with a pipe. What the fuck does that mean? Thank her for what exactly? Wait a minute, you fucked my girlfriend? Then you made that bumper sticker and found me in traffic and got in front of me? Motherfucker. And I just beat him to death with a pipe right there in his driveway. And jerk off on his corpse. Didn't need that part. Didn't need it. Story was totally complete without the jerking off on the corpse. It's too late. I was at a bar the other night, doesn't matter where because I'm lying, but I have this friend, he has a phone that can IM, he can instant message, and so now I really want him to die because I'm sick of getting these fucking messages from him on his phone. I'm in a shoe store. That's the whole message. We're not secret agents. I don't need to know where you are. So I get this message from him. He says, I'm on an airplane in Seattle. So I wrote back and I said, well, I hope your plane crashes. And he gets pissed off and he calls me, take it back. We're about to take off. I'm like, fuck you. I hope it crashes. I don't have to take it back. Hope it crashes twice. Hope it crashes and kills Happy and they go, fuck it, let's try again. And they take off and crash again. I hope that happens. Sincerely, I hope it. And he tries to make, he goes, well, how are you going to feel now if my plane crashes after you went and said that? I'm like, are you shitting me? That would be amazing. To know that I can do that? I'd happily trade your life for knowledge of my powers. He's one of those guys who just makes you hate him because, you know when you have a friend that you hate, you can't break up with your friends, you know? He always starts conversations that I don't want to have. You know, he's like, hey, what would you do if you had a time machine? I'm like, fuck you. You know what? I wouldn't use it. I just let it sit in my house. I'd put a drink on it. And yeah, I got a time machine. I never even went in it. I don't know. I'm not interested. I'd use it to go back 30 minutes ago and punch you in the fucking face before you asked me that. That's all. One use. So he goes, well, here's what I would do. Because of course that's the whole fucking point of asking me is to stare at me while I say mine and then say his. So he said if he had a time machine, he would kill Hitler. Like he would go back and kill Hitler. I love that he thinks he can just kill Hitler just because he just goes back there and walk up and kill the dude.
And I was thinking, that's a noble purpose for a time machine. I would do that, but I would have gone back then, but I wouldn't have killed Hitler. I would have raped him. That's what I thought. Because I think that would have been enough. I think that would have stopped him from doing all that shit. If he had been raped by me, he never would have pulled any of that stuff, man. Should we invade Poland? No, I'll just take a shower. I don't feel good. He would have... Low self-esteem, and I'm not condoning rape, obviously. You should never rape anyone. Unless you have a reason, like you want to fuck somebody and they won't let you, in which case, what other option do you have? How else are you supposed to have an orgasm in their body if you don't rape them? I mean, what the fuck? Okay, that's fucked up.
I'm curious about God. I'm curious about his life. I'm curious about God's existence. What's that like to be God? We don't know anything about him. I think one reason people don't believe in him because we don't have a sense of God, because it doesn't say anything anymore. He used to talk all the time. He used to go up to people on the street. Hey, tell everybody I said that. I'm writing on the rocks. Look at that! Do it! And it was confused. Everybody's like, oh, okay, trying to figure it out. And then for 2,000 years, he just, nothing, says nothing. And everybody's fighting. He could clear a lot of shit up with a 5-minute press conference. If God spoke for 5 minutes, he'd solve a lot of problems. He'd just show up, all right, everybody, yeah, I'm the Lord, okay. Real quick. First of all, Mormons just, no. What is that? Just go home. Also, Jews with the little things, what the fuck, I don't know. Put a hat on or don't. Nobody gives a shit. This is weird. I hate these. I hate them. I send everybody with one of those to hell every day. I do. It's just my thing. Just so you know. Do what you want, but that's where you're going. Now you know. Also, I don't care who you fuck. I don't care. It never mattered. It was Adam and Eve and Steve. They were all fucking each other. I was jerking off to it. It was a great time. So it's not an issue for me. I don't know why it is for you. Have fun and use all the holes. That's what I say. Also, you're supposed to fuck the animals. That's why I made them. Why are you not fucking the animals? There's only like 30,000 of you fucking the animals. What are the rest of you? You're eating them? That's disgusting. What is wrong with you? How could you eat a perfectly fuckable pig? Saith the Lord. My mom died last year, and we asked her, like, what do you want, like, before she died? We didn't ask her. Mom! Mom! Fuck! I asked my mom what she wanted us to do with her body, and she said, just burn it. That's what she said. Burn it. What, in the yard with leaves? What the fuck? She didn't want a funeral, no pageantry, nothing. So she booked it herself. That was her last act as an American consumer. She went online with a credit card and she booked her own cremation. It's true, at a place called Boston Crematorium. Just this place that burns bums and dogs all day, and they just folded my mom and did a workload. We didn't even know, just this guy showed up. I'm here for you, Ma. All right, Sully, she's in there. And he went in there to prepare her. My sisters are waiting in the hall, and he was in there for a while. I didn't say anything. I'm just saying he was in there with my mom for a long time. That's all I'm saying. And also that I was worried he was fucking my dead mother. Anyway, then he brought her out in a kind of a nice bag, and he put her in a van, just his van. It's like a '98 Ford Windstar with a bottle of red Gatorade rolling around in the back. It's the last time I saw my mom. It's what she wanted. Because she didn't believe in this God shit. She just didn't. I was in upstate New York in a small town, and I was standing in front of a drugstore. And in the window of the drugstore, they had a wheelchair on display in the window. Is that really an impulse purchase? I should get a wheelchair. That would really help with my paralysis. Then I wouldn't have to drag myself everywhere I go, like I've been doing for 10 years since my legs were blown off at the marathon. Okay. Bunch of fucking hypocrites, apparently. Because, let me point some out to you. Let me point some out to you, motherfuckers. You were just, like, seconds ago, laughing at a man with no legs crawling on the ground. You're just... And then at the end, you're like, oh, but not those particular legless people. No. We thought you meant just some asshole with a childhood disease who deserves to be laughed at. Not one of those. Now, we're laughing at all legless people equally. However you lost your legs. Ha ha ha. You haven't legs. And we've legs. I have legs. I have 2 legs. 2 fucking legs. That's the maximum amount. I fucking love having 2 legs. I fucking love it. I wouldn't like having no legs. I really don't think I would like it. I think it would suck. I think it would suck shit out of the balls of Christ. It's an old Southern expression. It's not used like it used to be. I think 2 legs is better than none. That's what I think. That's just my opinion. It's not popular. You're not supposed to say that because you're supposed to always be very positive about disabled people. But I think that puts pressure on them to be positive. What if they don't want to be? Because the only story we want to hear is about the amazing disabled people. He's amazing. He lost his legs and then he won the leg-having contest. What about disabled people who aren't amazing? Who are just ordinary with a sweatshirt and some potato chips and he's going, fuck, I wish I had legs. No, this is better. It's better with no legs. Why is it better? Because you can do anything now. I can do 4 things. Fuck off. I just don't know that our positive, non-disabled attitude really helps. Like retarded people. We're going to talk about retarded people for 20 minutes. That's what's going to happen. We're going to discuss retarded people for 20 minutes. It's not okay to never speak of them. No, we're going to talk about them. First of all, I want to talk about the word retarded, okay? Because the word retarded, it's a bad word, and people do not like the word retarded. They find it very offensive. Now, I'm a little confused by this, because it wasn't always a bad word. And I grew up in the 70s, and it wasn't bad back then. And most bad words were always bad. You know, cunt never had a day in the sun. There was never a time where the Santa Claus at the mall was like, come here, you little cunt, tell me what you want for Christmas. And then in the 90s, we're like, let's lay off a cunt a little bit there, gang. No, we used the word retarded in the 70s. We used it to identify people who were retarded. It wasn't controversial. It wasn't like, he's retarded. It was like, he is retarded. This fellow right here is retarded, right? I told you, yes, you're still retarded. He is retarded, everyone. And I grew up in Boston. We didn't say retarded in Boston. We said retarded. He's retarded. God bless him, he's fucking retarded. That's the way we used it. with love. Help the retarded. That's what people said in the 70s. Help the retarded. There was a lady outside the supermarket near my house every Christmas with a bell. She was like, help the retarded. Help the fucking retarded. You gonna tell me she was a bad person? She was helping the retarded. And I feel like we had more of them around back then. I haven't seen one in years. In the 70s, there was a retarded guy in a windbreaker on every street corner. We were using the word and they were more in our lives. I swear to God, they were more. They were in our culture. There was TV movies about retarded people all the time. Tonight on ABC, a retarded boy's dream. There was one, I remember with Sean Cassidy. I don't know if you remember Sean Cassidy. Some of you too young. With Sean Cassidy, he began his career as a teen pop idol. He was a 13-year-old boy with a very hit song called Da Do Run Run. And he had feathered blonde hair and juicy lips. And he's on the cover of Teen Beat magazine, like. And everybody liked Sean Cassidy because he was sexy. He's a sexy boy. I thought he was sexy. I thought he was really sexy. I was 6 years old. But I already had inappropriate sex feelings for teenage boys when I was 6. I was an old soul. I was a pedophile when I was 6. I used to go up to teenage boys when I was 6, like, hey, how's it going? That kid's weird, he's got a boner. Anyway. Not anymore, I outgrew it, but no. I'm not sexually attracted to teenage boys. I'm not. But I don't not get it. I mean, I get it. I'm not like, what? Like, you can see it. Like, I was at an airport once, and I'm walking along where people walk in the airport, and there's these chairs facing the aisle, and there's this family sitting there, a mom and a dad and 2 teenage boys, and they're like just both sitting with their phones with their legs. They weren't like these shorts. One had cut-off shorts, and one had basketball shorts. And they both just had their legs open, because they don't give a fuck. Both legs just splayed, and then just smooth, you know, just very, and I saw it. Didn't do anything to me. But I kind of wanted to stop and go, hey, fellas, let's close that shit up, huh? You're not getting me, but I know you're causing a problem for somebody in this airport. Let's close it up. I did not say that. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here. Anyway, let's return to the comfortable subject of retarded people, shall we? So Sean Cassidy. Sean Cassidy was a teen singer who then grew up. He was about 18. Now he was, you know, old and gross. So nobody wanted to fuck him. So he started to act. And he had a movie on TV called Normal People, where he played a retarded man who wants to live a normal life. It was very inspiring, actually. And at one point, he didn't do like a big retarded character. He wore thick glasses. He talked like Elmer Fudd. That was the whole thing. So he goes up to the guy who runs the group home he lives in, and he says, I want to get a job. And the guys who runs it is like, you know, Republican conservative. So he's like, you can't get a job. You're retarded, you know. But then there's a liberal lady who works there, and she says, of course he can get a job. He's as good as anyone. So they let him get a job as an air traffic controller or whatever was available. And then he meets a woman who's also retarded who lives at the group home. He falls in love with her. It's a very nice love story. And he says, we want to get married. And the guy says, she said, but they're in love. So they get married. And then one day he says, we want to have a baby. And the liberal lady says, no fucking way. And they just shut them down right there. And that's the end of the movie. I swear to God, that's just how it ends. And the point of the movie is just, you know, hey, there's a limit. Like, that's, I guess, what the point of it was. And that's pretty intense. But hey, retarded people were on television. We were talking about it. We were dealing with it. And they said the word retarded about 50,000 times in the movie. Now we don't say the word, and I don't see them anywhere. I guess that's my problem with it. And also, the word is not basically a bad word. It's a medical term. But it became a bad word because it's used as an insult, really. Not towards retarded people. Nobody does that. Nobody calls retarded people retarded to insult them. What would be the point of that? That'd be like going up to a chair and saying, "You're a fucking chair." Like, what are you doing? No. People use it on their friends. Like, you're at a bar, your friend's like, "I don't have any more money for beer." And you're like, "You're fucking retarded." Do you know that? And in that moment, no one retarded is insulted. They're not. Do you know why? Because they're not there. Because we don't include them in our lives. They're not at the bar. How many of you have a retarded drinking buddy that you hang out with? No, you take them to the zoo when they're little and then fuck them. This is what I find confusing about this thing, is that we told many generations of people that they were retarded. We told them that that's what they are, and they lived with it, and they dealt with it. And then we just decided it's a bad word. So did we tell them this? Did we go back to them and explain this to them? "Listen, Nelson, I have something to tell you. You're not retarded anymore." "You mean I'm cured?" No. No, we're not even working on it.
When you're hanging your underwear and arguing, fighting with somebody. So, what kind of a year did you guys have? I bet none of you had the same year that I had. I bet not a single one of you. You ever have a whole bad year? You ever have an entire year that sucked 365 shit cunt days in a row? I mean, God. You ever have a time that's so shitty it starts to get funny? Like, you just don't fucking, after a while, you're like, fuck. At first you're like, oh, and then you're like, Jesus. Like, I lost so much fucking money in a day. In one day, I lost, I'm not going to tell you how much, but it was millions and millions of dollars. Millions and millions. So you know, it's at least 4. Because 3 is millions and million. So it was millions and, it was 35 million. I don't give a fuck. Fuck it. I'll tell you I lost $35 million. You don't tell people you have $35 million, but you can tell them you lost $35 million, because that shit is hilarious. That's fucking funny. When you lose that kind of money that fast, it really is like, at first you're like, oh shit, but after all you're like, wow. It's like having diarrhea that keeps going. You know, when diarrhea starts, you're like, oh, yeah, diarrhea. And then after all you're like, fuck, I'm not even involved with this diarrhea. This diarrhea is none of my business. I had so much money. I bought a gold watch last year, and now I see it, and I'm like, that's the dumbest fucking thing I ever saw. I'm like, you fucking, what kind of a fucking idiot? I should have a golden watch. What the fuck is wrong with you? Yes, pure gold. I should have one. What the fuck are you doing? And you can't sell a gold watch. You can't, because they know you're fucked. You have no leverage. You can't. You're like, no, I'm still rich. I just feel like selling it. Yeah, I'll give you $8. I'll take it. I'll take $8. You know, people tell you that when you get in trouble, you find out who your real friends are. And it turns out it's black people. That's who you can count on. But it's true. It's a true thing. And when you get in trouble, you find out who your real friends are. But people say that like it's a good thing. You find out who your... That's not a good thing. That's a horrible experience. Who the fuck wants to know who your real friends are? I liked having a bunch of fake friends and not knowing who was who. It's a terrible thing. You're like, that's my real oh, fuck. That's my real friend? That's not the one I would have picked at all. I'm with you. Oh, thanks a lot. That's great. Fuck. I have my family. My mom doesn't really get. My mom still sends me like articles about me. Like it's scrapbooking. She's still like, you know, you're in the New York Times. Mom, that's not a good fucking article. Don't send me that. Don't send that to me. It's exciting.
That's fucking great.
I left town for a while. I live in New York. I hate New York. Fucking hate it now. I loved New York for 20 years. Now I'd rather be in Auschwitz. Honestly, I would. I mean Auschwitz now, not Auschwitz. Not back then. I mean Auschwitz now. It's nice. There's a gift shop and a Starbucks. And people buy tickets to go there. People buy tickets to go to Auschwitz. If you could have gone back then and told those people are going to buy tickets to come here.
Oh man, that's fucked up.
I went around the country a little bit, traveled, saw the country, small towns. I don't like small towns. I get a little suffocated in a small town. You know, little towns, really little ones. You know, you ever get that feeling when you're in a little town? Like I'm from New York. I don't like it. You know, like little stores, little tiny shops. When you walk in, it's like cling, cling, cling. And that was just you and the person. I could get the fuck out of here. I was in a small town in eastern Long Island. There was a drugstore. I was looking in the window of the drugstore, and they had a wheelchair on display. Is that really an impulse purchase? Wheelchair. I should get a wheelchair. That would really help with my paralysis. I wouldn't have to drag myself along the sidewalk like I'm scaling a cliff all the time. I went to France because I thought I should leave the nation. So I went to France. I was hanging out. I have some friends there, and it's hard when you go to a foreign country and you're the only person. Like I went to a dinner party and nobody spoke English. I mean, everybody spoke a little English. I spoke no French. And the worst thing is when you're with a bunch of foreign people and they, to be nice, speak in English. For one fucking person in the room. Brilliant people, like some of them, like one of them was a writer, a professor, and they're all speaking in stupid English, even to each other. So it's a whole table of people going, did you do a thing today? I do a thing today, too. I was hanging out with this woman, a friend of mine in France, and she was sick. I was staying at her place. She got really ill. She got a fever, so I'm taking care of her. And I got a thermometer, and I hand it to her, and she starts putting it down the back of her pants. And I said, why are you doing that? And she said, I am putting it in my anus. Because she's also retarded. But that's, the French retarded. Those are that's what you want, is that foie gras French retarded. You put corn and butter in their pussy, and it's great. It's foie gras, pussy, French retarded. I'm just telling you how it's done. Don't get mad at me. I didn't invent the recipe. But anyway. So she's shoving the thermometer up her ass. That's what she's doing. Because that's what the French do. They take their temperature up their asshole. And they put their eggs in the pantry. They don't respect temperature in either direction. I said, why are you putting that in your ass? She said, you do not do this in the United States? I said, no, we don't. We do that only to babies and dogs. Because they can't talk. Every American baby's first words is, get that fucking thing out of my asshole. I said, why do you take your temperature in your ass? She said, it is more accurate by 1 degree. So put it in your mouth and add 1, you fucking savage. Or put it in your pussy. Don't fucking put it in your asshole. I had a really dumb moment. I was at this cemetery in France. There's a famous cemetery where all the great literature people are buried who I never read any of it. I didn't go to college. I'm a fucking idiot, but I'm there. Wow, Oscar Wilde. Really, just great contribution to someone's life, not mine. But anyway, I had a really dumb thought at this cemetery. You ever have a thought and you go, what the fuck, how dumb am I? You ever hear your own brain and go, wow, I'm the dumbest person ever? Here is the dumb thought, I'll explain it to you. I was at the cemetery and I'm reading all the tombs. And they all say, you know, born 18, whatever, died, the dates and the names. And then there were more modern parts of the cemetery. And I saw a guy born 1967, same year as me. And he died in 1997. And I thought, well, that's sad. He died 30 years old, you know. Then I found another guy born the same year as me, also 1967, and he died when he was about 42. I kept finding people born my year who died young. And I thought, is there something about my year that they all died so young? I started getting depressed, so I started looking actively, literally hoping to find somebody born the same year as me who died much older. Like someone who lived for 90 years, who was born in 1967. I was looking and hoping to find that. You ever been in a foreign country and you're trying to figure out how to tip in a restaurant and you don't know what the fucking customs or the currency, so you just kind of do your best, and then she celebrates and quits her job. Like, I could have tipped less. Here's how you figure out what to tip. Just tip whatever percentage you think is appropriate for a tip. 20%. Fucking tip 20. Don't be a dick. Just tip 20%. Don't tip based on the service you got. You know why? Because go fuck yourself. That's why. Who the fuck are you to hold a little tribunal at the end of your meal? What shall we give her? She was quick, but not friendly. Therefore, I doth bequeath unto her 12% of the total. Fuck you. Give her fucking 20%. It's not about what she earned, it's about what you owe, you piece of shit. You don't know her. You don't know what kind of fucking date. You think a waitress wants to fucking give you food? Fuck you. And by the way, don't overtip either. Don't overtip if you get a waiter who's really cool. He's like, hey guys. You're like, oh my God, he's amazing. Don't overtip him, because you don't know him either. Maybe he's got a kid chained to a radiator at home. And you're financing that now. You're helping him buy duct tape. I never believe people who are tied up in movies. You know, somebody's like, fucking wiggle more, you'll get out of it. Nobody's good at tying a person. They have one big piece of tape on their mouth and they're like, fucking lick the inside of the tape. I'm not healthy. I've been trying to get a little healthier. I'm 51, so everything works, but everything hurts. That's what happens at this. Everything hurts. Like, I can do this, but it hurts. That hurts quite a bit. It hurts a lot. I can't. I eat too much ice cream. That's my biggest problem. I eat a lot of ice cream. I eat it a couple of times a day. I eat ice cream like I'm taking it for something. Like I'm supposed to eat it. And my doctor told me, I went to my doctor. I like my doctor. I like him because he's old and he's Jewish and he's got soft hands. And I do. I like when he touches me. That's my favorite part. It's a really nice thing. You know when you go to get a checkup? It's such an intimate experience. You know, you sit in his office for a little bit and talk. He's like, how's the family? And you talk. And then at some point he goes, okay, well, why don't you go ahead and take your clothes off? It's the only conversation that begins, how's your family? And ends, why don't you go ahead and take your clothes off? And he has to put that little handle on it. Why don't you go ahead? Because he can't just go, take your clothes off. So you take clothes off, then he starts, and I have an old-fashioned doctor, so he touches, he does a lot of, you know the doctors that do like a lot of this weird, you don't know what they're, what is that? What are you checking? Just what things you'll let me do? And my favorite is when he does this thing. You know when your doctor does, oh, that's such a beautiful little moment. He gets his face right here, and he just goes, looks at me with love and concern. And we just look at each other. He just going, I'm like, oh, this is beautiful. And when he goes to stop, I'm like, no, I want to keep it. I love it. I love that moment. I like when he tests like my reflexes and stuff, because I get really proud of my results. I suspect I might be amazing in those ways. Like, you know when your doctor pushes down your toes, and he says, don't let me push your toes down. And I'm like, and I really want him to be impressed, though. I want him to go like, oh my God. No one has ever resisted my hands. Sir, your country needs you. I want him to get on the phone. No, I couldn't push his feet down at all. Not at all. Yeah, get here quickly. My doctor told me I have to take a baby aspirin every day for my heart. He said, take one baby aspirin every day. I was like, for how long? He's like, just, you know, till the end. Just keep going. That's what, after 50, there's no time periods. Just from now on. It's like I just bought a coat. I was like, this is my last coat. Anyway, he also said, I have very high cholesterol. He said, you have alarmingly high cholesterol. I said, how high is my cholesterol? He said, it's supposed to be 70. That's my number that I'm supposed to have, 70. He said, I said, what's my number? He said, all of it. All of cholesterol. He said, what do you eat? I said, ice cream. And he said, you need to stop eating ice cream. I said, you need to go fuck yourself. And don't ever touch me again, you old faggot. You old fucking Jewish fag. Get your fucking hands off of me. Hey, he's just fucking with my ice cream. I get upset. Anyway, yeah, I wouldn't stop eating ice cream for anything. He said, if you stop eating ice cream, you'll live longer. I'm like, give me another reason. That's not good. Because there's not any reason that would make me stop eating ice cream. I love it too much. Even if it was for an important global reason. Like if somebody said to me, if you stop eating ice cream, every orphan will have a home. I would say, first of all, I don't believe you. And even if it were true, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. You know why? Because you can't just have no orphans. You can't suddenly have no orphans. That's irresponsible to... You have no orphans, next day you have too many mice or whatever they eat. I don't know what they eat. Anyway. I guess I gotta stay healthy because I have 2 kids, I have 2 daughters. I don't know. I was married for 9 years. We had these 2 kids. Now we've been divorced 9 years. Easily better. I liked it. I like this better than the marriage. Why the fuck would you stay in a shitty marriage? I don't understand it. Every time a friend of mine who's married is like, I'm having a hard time with my wife. I'm like, yeah, divorce her right now. Today. Get the fuck out. What are you doing? You know, people are like, we're staying together for the kids. You think they want to watch you in your fucking miserable marriage? You think, oh, thanks. We hate each other, but we're staying together to make them watch it. What the fuck are you doing? Get out. If you're in a bad marriage, you owe it to everyone around you to get the fuck out of your marriage. Nobody likes it. You go to parties, you think people like you in your fucking miserable marriage at a party? You ever been at a party and there's a couple there? And there's always that moment where she's like, one of them, whichever one, it could be either one. One of them goes like, we saw that show on Wednesday. And the other one's like, it wasn't Wednesday. Oh, I'm gonna fucking puke now. That's so upsetting. I was on a plane once, and there was a couple coming on the plane, and the woman sitting next to me and her husband, they sat somewhere else. So she comes over and she says, would you mind moving so I can sit with my husband? And he's behind her, he's like... and I didn't know what to do. They were putting me in a tough spot. Because I'm on his side. I don't want him to have to sit next to her, but I don't want to fucking sit next to her either. So I just didn't go on the trip. I got off the plane. It's a true story. It's a true story. I just got off the plane and went home. But my kids, I don't know. I've got two girls, 13 and 16 years old, and I knew them from the second they were both born through their whole lives, and now they're fucking teenagers. And when they get to be teenagers, you're like, what the fuck did I do all that for? I mean, why do they even come to my house anymore? They're just rude. They don't give a fuck about you. They think you suck just because of what you are. You don't have to do anything. I see so many nodding. Mm-hmm, yep. Right? They fucking suck, right? Because you didn't do anything. Like you think, what did I do? You didn't do anything. They just see you and they go, ugh. My 13-year-old, the other day she says to me, hey, Daddy, no offense. But I think stand-up comedy is stupid. That's what she said to me. I'm like, what do you mean, sweetheart? This is really good. Express yourself. This is so good. She says, I just think it's stupid that people sit in a room so you could talk to them and then they laugh. And I was like, you know what, honey, no offense. But there's nothing to say about you at all. Nothing. You're 13, you're fucking dependent. You're a dependent. Fully dependent. The most interesting thing about you is that your father's a stand-up comedian. That is what I did not say.
Should've.
Her sister is 16. She's got a couple more years, she'll be out of the house. And, or whatever. A couple more years, she'll be in the house. That kid's smarter than me. She is. She's read more books than I have in my life already. She's just way better. I mean, I admire her, They both are. They're both doing really well. The 16-year-old, somebody asked me once, do you think she's doing drugs? I'm like, I don't think so. But I don't know. She might be. I kind of don't give a fuck, in a way. Really, because she's fine. I see her, she comes out of her room, she's dressed, I'm like, she's fine. I mean, if she's doing drugs, she's handling it really well. She's sort of folded it into her life appropriately. If she was walking around like this, I'd be like, you gotta do some drugs, honey. You gotta really base it on the kid themselves, because you can't base it on some idea 16 years old is too young to do drugs. By the time I was 16, I had quit doing drugs. By the time I was 16, I was like, I gotta fucking stop. This shit is ruining my life. But I'm a little disappointed in the younger generation, honestly, because I'm 51 years old, and when I was 18 to my 20s, I mean, we were idiots. We were getting high, doing fucking mushrooms and shit, and then older people were like, you gotta get your shit together, and we were like, yeah, fuck you. And I was kind of excited to be in my 50s and see people in their 20s and be like, they're crazy. These kids are nuts, but they're not. They're fucking, they're just boring. Fucking telling them, you shouldn't say that. What are you, an old lady? What the fuck are you doing? That's not appropriate. Fuck you, you're a child. Why are you finger fucking each other and doing jello shots? Why aren't you... You should address me. They're like royalty. They tell you what to call them.
Fuck 'em.
You should address me as they, them. Because I identify as gender neutral. Oh, okay. Okay. You should address me as there. Because I identify as a location. And the location is your mother's cunt. It doesn't have to be that nasty. But it can be. I don't know, they testify in front of Congress, these kids? Like, what the fuck? What are you doing? You're young, you should be crazy. You should be unhinged. Not in a suit saying, I'm here to tell, fuck you. You're not interesting. Because you went to a high school where kids got shot? Why does that mean I have to listen to you? How does that make you interesting? You didn't get shot, you pushed some fat kid in the way, and then now I gotta listen to you talking? Everybody gets upset when there's a shooting in a high school. I don't really see why it's any worse than anybody else dying. I don't. Because a lot of people die. Every day, 7,500 people die in America, okay? So that day, 17 kids got shot in a school. What about the other fucking 7,500 people? They didn't die in their sleep. Some of them got electrocuted by their parents. Like, people get upset because they're young, right? They died so young. That's offensive to me. Because what if I die now? Fuck me? Everybody's gonna die. Why is it worse? I mean, old people die. Nobody gives a fuck. You know, like when you tell somebody my grandmother died, they're like, oh, how old was she? She was 98. Why'd you even tell me? I don't know. I grew up in the 1970s, and in the 70s, nobody was careful about each other's feelings. There wasn't an issue of bullying. Like, I went to a high school where people just beat the shit out of each other. It wasn't really bullying, it was just people beating the shit out of each other all the time. There was always fights. I never got in a fight. I never got in a fight in high school. The first time I was challenged, you know, some kid like threw his shoulder at me and then he goes, I'm gonna kick your fucking ass. And I said, well, then I'll call the police. He's like, what? As soon as you're done beating the shit out of me, I will call the police department. Because it is illegal to strike another person. That was it. I never got in a fight. I just said that every time I was threatened. How would you like to get your ass beat? How would you like a criminal record at 16? I don't know, life was different then. Now, people feel like we've made a lot of great advances, but I think a lot of improvements we've made have been just how we say things. Like, we changed words, you know? Like, I remember when I was in 2nd grade, my teacher made an announcement. Her name was Mrs. Flaherty. I went to school in Boston, and her name was Miss Flaherty. She goes, class, we have a new child starting tomorrow who happens to be retarded. Now, we do not mistreat retarded people. We do not harass retarded children. We do not call retarded children names. And I heard that and I got confused. She said, we do not call retarded children names. I thought she meant that the kid is not going to have a name. Because you don't name retarded kids. That's what she meant. We don't bother name him, he's fucking retarded, he won't remember. That's what I thought she meant. Which is, it's wrong, of course. You should name retarded children. Nelson is a good name. If it's a boy. Jenny if it's a girl. Or a trans retarded boy. But the point is, we don't call them retarded anymore. We don't use that word. They're not retarded. They're lucky. They're all very lucky. They're lucky, which is also a good name for a retarded boy or girl. But the point is, we decided that we helped them by not calling them retarded anymore, which is a little confusing, I think, because when they were growing up, they were told they were retarded. In the 70s, a whole generation of kids, and every generation before them were told they got told, you know? They don't just their whole lives. Don't tell them. They tell them. Every retarded kid gets told at some point in his life by his mom or his teacher or by me. That was a part-time job. But they get told, Nelson, I have something to tell you. What is it? You're retarded. What does that mean? You can't tie your shoes and you're 14. Is it bad? Well, are you happy? Yeah, I'm happy. Good, you're fine. We love you. And then he's fine. He's retarded. And he knows it. He has no fucking problem with it. And you couldn't hurt Nelson's feelings by saying, hey, Nelson, you're retarded. I know, it's great. They don't give a shit what you think of him. They don't give a fuck what you think of him. But then we decided it was offensive because we call each other retarded. Well-minded people use it as an insult to each other, not towards retarded people. It isn't like you're saying, hey, when you say, hey, you're fucking retarded, you're not saying, hey, I hate you and also fuck retarded people. That's not the point to it. The point of it is, you're acting like you're retarded, which would be fine if you were retarded. That would be great, but you're not. That's the point of it. And retarded people aren't involved. They're not even in the fucking room because we exclude them from our lives. We don't allow them to hang out with us. So why the fuck do we think we're going to be offended when we call each other? But we started to feel shitty about it, so we changed it to intellectually challenged. What the fuck is... Don't name the kid a thing he can't say out loud. An intellectual challenge is, can you translate Shakespeare into Latin and make it rhyme? These kids are not intellectually challenged, they're intellectually fucking done. They are! It's not their sport. Oh, shit. But we decided we didn't want to call them retarded because we called each other that, so we went back to Nelson and we said, listen, Nelson, I have something to tell you. You're not retarded anymore. You mean I'm cured? No, not at all. We just don't call you that because it's a terrible thing to call somebody. But you called me that when I was, yes, but not anymore, because we shouldn't. And he's trying to wrap his head around this, which is difficult for Nelson because he's fucking retarded. If you want to help a group of people, don't just change the thing you call them. Be nice to them. Do something for them. Go meet a retarded person and go date a retarded person. Go have a retarded boyfriend and suck his dick. Then you can fucking get offended. Listen. Fuck it. What are you gonna take away my birthday? My life is over. I don't give a shit. You can be offended. It's okay. You can get mad at me. Anyway, so why do black guys have big dicks? Let's talk about that for a minute. Why do black guys have big dicks? I really want to talk about it. I really want to talk about it. A lot of people say black guys have big dicks. That's a myth. It's not a myth. I mean, it may not be true that every black guy has a big dick, but black guys have big dicks is not a myth. It's not like a flying horse. No one's ever seen one flying horse. More than 15 people have seen a big black dick. And I'm interested in why. Why do black guys have big dicks? I have a theory. I think black guys have big dicks because black guys have big dicks. That's really it. They had them, so they have them. It's not the kind of trait that gets fucked out of a race. You know why some white guys have big dicks? Because black guys have big dicks. It's the same reason. You know why Asian guys have small dicks? Because they're women. They're not dudes. They're all women. All Asians are women. And they have big clits, really big clits. So fucked up. And when they have sex, they just stick their clits in each other's pussies. And then they procreate using math. Now, I can't prove this, by the way, but I don't have to. Listen, by the way, I know this is not true. I know that. And I know that black guys don't all have big dicks, but some black guys' dicks are so big that they therefore all have big dicks. I mean, some of them are big enough to just make the average fucking huge for the whole race. You ever seen a black dick in person? I saw a black dick once. It was fucking insane how big this dick. This dick, first it went for a while, and then there's a curve, like a late in the dick curve. Like this part was supposed to be underground or something. It had this amazing curve, and then it curved back the other way. And like the balls are on each side of the dick, not not like mine are like together, just fucking. But his balls have never even met since he was 1 and his dick was 12 inches long. I mean, does a black guy ever look at his dick and say, am I your dick or are you my dick? What else? I like pranks. You ever pull pranks on your friends? Anybody here like a prankster on your friends, personal? Yeah, you do? Or you're just clapping for pranks? Okay.
Yay, pranks!
You look like you meant, yes, I do, but no, you meant, I'm glad it's talking about this. Who's ever done a prank on their friends? You have? What'd you do?
Mannequin head and I put it in the bed of my ex-boyfriend.
You took a mannequin head and put it in the bed of your ex-boyfriend. Your ex-boyfriend? Was he your ex-boyfriend when it happened?
No.
Yeah, I think maybe you're a little crazy. That's not a prank. That's home invasion. Okay. Yeah. Kind of a funny prank. I shot my wife in the head. Fucking dummy. I have no idea. Alright, here's a prank I did once. I had my friend over and he was getting drunk. And I didn't really. I don't all share prank stories now. He's like, I did one. I did one. Too much salt in my friend's burger. It was insane. I had a friend over and he was getting really drunk, and I decided to play a prank on him. So here's what I did. I go to the bathroom while he's getting drunk, and I put some lipstick on the rim of my asshole.
What the fuck?
That's not it. That would be a lame prank.
I just put it on my asshole.
Go put lipstick on my asshole and go back in. Fucking dummy. No. I put lipstick on the rim of my asshole, and then I go back and I say to my friend, hey, do you want to fuck me up the ass? And he's I'm not gay, by the way, I just like pranks. And I don't mind getting fucked up the ass. I don't like it, but I'll do it for a good reason. And a good laugh, it's good enough. So I put lipstick on my asshole, and then I say to my friend, you want to fuck me up the ass? And he's like, yeah, okay.
What?
He's
What
drunk.
friend do you have?
All drunk men are gay. So he fucked me up the ass.
What the fuck is this story?
And then he went home, and his wife sees lipstick on his dick, and he's got nothing to say. Oh man, I enjoyed that prank so much. Yeah. I laughed so hard that his cum came shooting out of my ass. That's how hard I laughed.
Oh man. Stupid fucking. Oh shit.
Here's another prank I did one time. I was talking to my sister on the phone, and she was really annoying, so I said to her, hey, Dad died. And I told her father died, and she was really upset. She loved my dad very much. So she starts crying, and then I say, hey, I'm just kidding, he's fine. And she goes, oh, fuck you. And I'm like, ha ha. So then, The next day, I call her again. Oh, first I went to my dad's house and I shot him in the head. I killed my father. And then I called my sister and say, hey, Dad's dead. And she goes, you're a liar. I'm like, okay. Then she goes to his house and he's really fucking dead. I loved that one. I laughed so hard that his cum came shooting out of my ass. My dad's cum. I forgot to explain that I made my dad fuck me before I shot him. Which is not easy at gunpoint. You need a mirror. And he's like, why? It's not a prank. Fuck you. Self-centered.
It's just a prank.
I just want to know if this mic works, because this is cracking on and off, isn't it? Yeah, it's bullshit. Maybe this one will work better. Can you, anybody in the booth at all? Anybody work here? Can we try to turn this one on? Because this one sucks. Because the next bit needs words. All right, this one. Turn it up. Louder. Well, she can't hear me. That's why she's not making it louder. Can you make it louder? Louder, please. Louder. No, louder more. More. Is that as loud as it goes? Wow, this is a nice club. I'm sorry, I love it here. I do. Fucking place will book me. Why would I complain? No, you're turning up the wrong one. Yeah, by the way, please come to Governors a lot. So this one, what's that?
Fuck that one.
Both are all the way up? Okay, this is not a great, let's see. Okay, how does this sound? Is this...
Better.
That's shitty, right? And then this one's too loud. Okay, turn this one back down to normal, and I'll just deal with the missing vowels in the bit. How does that sound? A little up, please. A little up on this one now. Okay, that's fucking
Good.
Fucking shit. Okay. All right. Okay, we're gonna try. We're gonna shit in Hitler's mouth. Okay. All right. Here we go. I took my daughter shopping. I took my daughter shopping the other day. We went to Old Navy, and they have a product there, boyfriend jeans. This is a new thing that her friends are wearing, boyfriend jeans. But they have them for 9-year-old girls. 9-year-old, they're marketing to 9-year-old girls boyfriend jeans. And they have a picture of a 9-year-old girl with the jeans. She's like, this is my boyfriend's jeans. And I stole them after he fucked me. Fucked me, and I just pulled his jeans on. And he's not getting them back. And they're too big on me because he's 28. Yeah, sounds good. Thank you. It's working now. Yes, that was a joke about fucking a child, which, by the way, I know fucking children is wrong. Joking about it is not, obviously. Why would that be wrong? But no, it's wrong to fuck kids. I know that. I don't even need to be told. Even if everybody was saying it was okay to fuck kids, I still wouldn't do it. Even if people were walking around saying, you should fuck kids, it's great. I wouldn't do it. Even if kids were walking around always, fuck me, I like it. Even if doctors proved that it was beneficial to their health to fuck kids, I still wouldn't do it. That's how good of a person I am. Thank you. Yes, I'm proud of that.
So proud of you, Louis.
Well, you know what? What's right or wrong changes sometimes. At least what everybody says is right or wrong. It changes by decade and decade or country to country. You know, like it used to be wrong to be gay. It used to be wrong to be gay. It's not wrong now. It never was wrong. I mean, it's not wrong to be gay. It's gay. It's very gay. To be gay, that's fucking gay. But it's not wrong. But it used to be. People always used to say it was wrong. I wonder if some gay men miss when it was wrong to be gay. Wasn't it kind of more fun when it was kind of a fucked up thing to do? Because sex sometimes it has an added. You know when you're having sex and somebody in the sex says, "Are you sure we should be doing this?" And you're like, "Oh yeah, now I am. That was very good." Women used to live on the periphery of life and have this. It must have been fun. They went to clubs. They had secret signals and shit. Their sex life was like a thrill. It was like a, you know, and now they're married. Is that fun? To fuck your husband in a king-size bed and there's a Volvo in the driveway? Is that fun? Wasn't it more fun to be in a nightclub and in the bathroom? I'm breaking my mother's heart. Like, didn't that add some zhuzh?
Oh, fuck.
I went to the gay parade, the Pride Parade in New York. You have to go to the Pride Parade. You don't have a fucking choice. It cuts the city in half. You can't cross it. There's no point in the Pride Parade after the tubra that you can, you know, it's... You ever watch on TV, they always show the Pride Parade from the helicopter, and it's like, look at the millions of people celebrating. 90% of them are standing there going, I'm trying to go right there! Anyway. You ever wonder how many people ever fuck your mom?
All the time.
We're almost done. You're doing great. You're doing great. We're almost done. Listen, we're close to the finish. But really, have you ever wondered how many people ever fuck your mom? I mean, you don't know. You ever look at your mom and go, how many dicks, Mom? I don't think a lot of people fuck my mom. Not because she's pure, but because I don't think so. But I don't know. You don't know your mother. You think you know your mother? I don't know my mom. You know what your mom wants you to know about you. Think about your mother's life story as told to you by her. There's huge holes in it. Well, I graduated when I was 22, and then I met your father when I was 38. Yeah. Like 16 dicks in there, Mom. You know those movies where a mother and a daughter switch bodies? You know, like there's always a Disney comedy like Freaky Friday. A mother and a daughter wake up as each other and they're like, whoa! And then they have to water ski and be in a rock band or something. And then they switch back and they know each other better. I think they should make another movie like that, but it should be about a mother who switches bodies with her son. But it's not a comedy, it's a drama. Like an affliction. She wakes up as her son. She's in the bathroom. I'm holding his penis. And the kid is in his mother's body. He's like, I don't want to be my mommy. And then his dad comes home and he starts fucking him. And he's like, what's happening to me? I don't want to be my mother. And then, at the end, they never switch back. You guys have been delightful. Thank you very much. Good night. Thank you.
CK, everybody, make a little noise. Oh my God, that looks delicious. What is that? Chicken pot. I am so fucking fat that I will fucking eat that later. And then you could eat me and it'll be delicious. He's adorable, isn't he? I can sit on his face for hours. All right. I am fatter than fucking ever. I gotta tell you that right. I don't understand. After 50, you just start gaining weight for no reason. Look at you skinny bitches. Wait. I used to look like that. I used to be hot. I don't know what happened, you know. And now it sucks because you start to feel the fat on your back. Like the other night, I'm feeling my back. I'm like, holy, is this a tit on my back? I'm like, kids, does mommy have a nipple back here? It really does suck gaining weight. It does. It really does. But you'd still bang me, wouldn't you? Yes, you would. Because men don't give a shit. They'll fuck a hole in a wall. But hey, there's a hole there. Let me fuck it. All right. All my friends are getting fat too, which sucks. We're all fat. At least we're all fat together. You know what I'm saying? I saw my friend the other day go, oh, what the fuck have you been eating? Your head is enormous. It's like, well, was our head this big in high school? I mean, like, we can't even take a selfie together anymore. That's how big. This is the selfie stick I have to use. I'm like, all right, back your fat ass up. Go on. All right, take the picture. I go to her, we're gonna have to power walk every night. Let's just power walk. She's like, I'm not walking. I'm like, why not? She's like, what if a van grabs us? I'm like, really? A van's gonna grab your fat ass? When was the last time you saw a 50-year-old on a milk carton? There ain't no van stop. And I can pull my tit out. There ain't no van stop. Can you imagine the van pulls over to get me? He tries to lift me and he can't.